afternoon. Today's virtual chat, coffee chat, is actually going to be in the afternoon. I had a complication this morning that I rescheduled. So, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. We want to welcome you to our discussions of business, balance, Facebook, branding, social media, whatever is going on in your business that you'd like a little clarity on, or just have somebody to bounce things off of. Because when you're a solopreneur or when you're in business, everybody wants to give you your opinion. So this community has its set of opinions, and it's not just nice sometimes to put the question out there, either in a post or come here to the chat or submit it for the chat for whoever is in the community to comment back to you, maybe some suggestions, give you some ideas. If you're watching this on the replay, please give us a hashtag replay and maybe an aha or a question if you'd like us to discuss something in the future. So welcome the people in the community that are here. I'll let them introduce themselves to you. And if they pop in, then they'll be popping in and out. So, all right, let you introduce yourself, Miss Maria.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maria Gertzen, and I am with Color Street. Color Street has now become a beauty brand, so I can't just say nail strips.
Wow, what did they add to do that? Did they add body care?
A year ago. Yes, they have had some. They have had some foot care. Now they've gone into mascara. Yeah, they're working on it. I can't beans. Almost.
Wow. Okay. Such a interesting company that is putting its foot right out there with helping you be part of everybody else. All right.
Originally, because I thought it would be something to keep me busy, and now I'm finding out I can get more out of it. So meeting with you a year ago helped.
I'm glad.
Yes.
This is music to my ears, because that is my whole mission, is to have your success be something you can see, that you can feel, and that is beneficial to you as we move along and we all grow, because life is not about growing and you're done. Growing is an everyday thing until God takes you out of here. All right. So
yeah.
We were kind of mentioning right before we started the recording that life changes on a dime, and getting back when life causes things to change, how do you get back on track? It's how do you regroup? And I was sharing that when things happen to me, then you have to schedule a time with yourself to come up with a plan, because our businesses can't go just on hold. They can't be the whenever we have time. If you want a full-time income from your business, then yes, family happens. Family needs to be first to a degree. But just like people who get a paycheck clock into a business from 8 to 5 or 4 to 7 or whatever amount of time that they clock in and do a job, to get paid for it, you have to clock in, and you have to have a plan to get things back on track if schedules change, if life situations have changed. I know you had had something you wanted to share on that line, Miss Maria.
Well, you were mentioning about the regrouping this morning, that something got canceled, and instead of just taking and going, okay, this was on my things to do list. What do I do now? So when you fail to plan, you don't plan to fail. I had to make sure that I got that the right way. So by that being said, just having this is what I got to get done today. This is what I'll get done if I've got all I got to get done today. And so I also had a plan fall through, and I am going to, I've got to get done list. And then when I do that, then I'll go to the secondary list. So having a list of things to do daily, so you're not waking up in the morning and going, what should I do today? What needs to be done today? What I think of that the day before, the day ahead. I already thought about what I've got to do on Monday. I explained to my husband, this is what we're going to do. He's on board. And so that goes on my day timer for Monday. Then I filled in, I did a Friday thing today because it was imperative that I made this doctor's appointment instead of waiting until tomorrow when they all close at 12 o'clock noon. So, sometimes things change on my list, but pretty much I try to stay with what's on the list, because if I don't, and my upline hates when I use this, squirrel to a different direction, it sometimes can be hard to get back on track.
Right.
Well,
Well,
but you have to force yourself to get back on track.
Mhm.
That keeps you focused.
But you have to forgive yourself when you struggle with it and say, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Daily
Yeah.
modes of operation are things that are that, you don't really, you have a time that you do your business and you get these daily things done. That isn't on your to-do list except as DMOs. Do you see what I'm saying? So
DMO, for
DMO,
those,
daily mode of operation.
wanted to make sure for the people out there didn't know what DMO was.
Okay, daily mode of operation. These are things, it's kind of like when you get up from the bed and the first thing you have to do is go to the bathroom. You didn't put it on your schedule that when you get up from the bed, you go to the bathroom. It's part of what you do every day anyway. So DMOs are part of things that you already know, and you either do them first in the day, you do them at lunchtime. If your business is not what you get to clock in and do, some of us, or some, I mean, a lot of us, worked full-time jobs while we were building our side hustles. Maria ranches. She has a ranch that she runs. So our opportunities or the business that we'd like to see grow doesn't always have the optimal hours that we would, that we would love to give it. So having a list or having a daily mode of operation that you can manage every day at a certain time of day or within a certain time of day is just part of the routine. The other parts of getting things done are your projects. When I was running my MLM, I mean holidays. There's always a holiday. We were always selling a holiday or pushing a holiday. So every 2 months before the holiday, I already was working on what kind of offer was I going to do, what kind of promotion was I going to do, what kind of things, so that I could print out and have all of that done when it got to be time to do that holiday, however early I needed to do it. Like, I was the Avon lady. So you didn't wait till Christmas to sell Christmas. Christmas started in the middle of September.
Oh,
So you started, so if I was going to have a campaign for Christmas on building sales and reaching all my customers, then all of whatever I was going to do for the Christmas holidays was done and planned in June. June and July planned my fall season. So if I was going to hand out, I like to hand out, I called them Karen bucks. And during Christmas, in September, with the books that I handed out either the middle or end of September or the 1st of October, I handed them what I called a $5 Christmas bonus. They could use that $5 as cash on any purchase from October to December. And I handed it out. I had them stapled on every book. Now for customers, regular customers, I also had a special thing but what I'm saying is you have to, in order to get those all prepared and know what book you're going to hand it out with and when you're going to do it, that planning all happens several months before you want to start it. That's how you build sales. What's nice about, like I have a content calendar, which we're going to talk about the different kinds of posts. Maria had posted the question if could we cover the different kinds of posts, because a lot of today's businesses are more what you do on social media, what you're doing in email, what you're doing virtually versus what I did when I was doing physical stuff. But even as my business progressed, I had texting, I had a texting program, and I had everybody that I had cell phones numbers for, I texted. And even now with selling, being just a little bit of an Avon person, I still send out over 1,000 texts to let people know, hey, I'm putting in an order. I only do it about every other month or so, but I always remind them that they can order online. I'm going to be doing a physical order if they want to put it in and save shipping and pick it up at my house. You figure out months in advance of a holiday or a season what you want to offer and get those things ready. So that means you have to have a plan. You have to have not daily, but you have to have regular scheduled planning sessions for your sales campaigns. It's not just sell every day. Now, Maria, I know that during the summertime you do vendor events, right?
Yeah, I'm planning right now. My whole dining room table is what I got in, and I have to incorporate it into new boards. I've also thought about how I'm going to display this. So I'm after one more Lazy Susan. I've gotten 2 this week. One for my sister and one I just found yesterday, which was ultimately cheap. All I have to do is wash the cover. And so it's going to make life easier, because out here we have 20, 25-mile-an-hour winds, and it's just horrendous to be picking up in the wet all these nail packages.
Right. So these are the things that you plan. So your winter, so that's what I'm saying, January, February, March is your planning and getting together whatever you're offering or your displays that are going to be for your spring and summer vendor events, right?
Correct.
Okay, then we have the fall vendor events. So do you make the plan and you'll use this display all the way through the end of the year?
Only for outside events. And I need to call 2 places. You just reminded me of that. And so if I don't write it down, because I will get bogged down with something else and go, what was that I was supposed to do? So I'm trying to fill in one date for April, and that would be for an Easter event. So I need to,
But
excuse me,
Easter
I
is
need to
early
find,
this year. Easter's I just saw a post about Lent. Easter is
yeah,
Easter is early this year.
Lent started Wednesday.
Right, but I don't have my calendar. Let's see, when is Easter? I just know it's been late the last few years, but this doesn't have Easter Monday.
Easter is
Easter Monday is on April 1st.
exactly. That's where I turned.
So if you're making Easter sales, you wanted to put things for people's Easter baskets, you need to be promoting it now.
Yes. And so that's why, but I needed to find an event for the 30th, and I just put the date because we just located it. I have 2 day timers. I run one on my phone for personal stuff, and business stuff is here unless I have an order I need to check on, and that also goes into my phone. So, it's kind of hard sometimes, but I'm able to keep on top of it. But yes, when I just had to put the date there so I wouldn't have to look. But
Right.
yes, I need to fill
But
that.
if you do if you're doing a vendor event in April,
No,
wouldn't you be concentrating on Mother's Day?
but I'm trying to fill it for March 30th. I already have a vendor event for the 20th and the
Okay, so
27th.
you're doing your Easter ones in March, which is what you should be doing.
It's the
Now,
only week I have available. And so then for May, Mother's Day will not be until the 12th. So those two in April, I'll be promoting Mother's Day.
Mhm.
Yes. Right now I'm promoting St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Oops, I lost you. Do you
Well, I had a call come in. I had to get rid of it.
Oh, okay. Um, when you do vendor events, how do you gather people's information?
Good question. For me, for a while, it was difficult. I had it all in one spiral binder. I had them put their name, their email address, their telephone number if they chose. I told them this was, we have a lot of times during the year that we have dynamite specials that buy one, get one free. Their name, their email, their address is there, but I normally don't use the address and the phone number. I'll text them or get them on social media. And I need to get back with doing that. That used to be an hour on Sunday night. It was called the work session. And
Mhm.
I would get with the people that I've gotten their names. It's just a little tiny
Right.
thing about it.
Well,
Was a
the reason I bring this up is because it takes a lot of time for you to do that. The biggest advantage that when you have a vendor event is to make up a small display saying, I'm giving away this. And with Mother's Day coming up, it could be a Mother's Day, it could be some chocolates, it could be, if your company's doing mascara, it could be a mascara and two nail things saying, this is my Mother's Day giveaway. Put an entry in. And
not allowed to, I'm not allowed to do that company wide.
oh, you're not
But there,
that?
but that's called a raffle. But but I can work up gift baskets and people can buy them. Um,
Yeah, but that's a lot of product up. See, the biggest thing that when I would do events and stuff is how do you get to plan a and have stuff on hand, then you're stuck with all of that and trying to move it, which is okay. The thing is if you can find a way, they don't let you do drawings, is finding a way within their limits that you can they register for anything? Can they, I mean, that is really weird that they don't allow you to do a raffle or a drawing.
and I have been, how do you say, not programmed. I have been told that you just never know who is watching you behind if you do something like that. I also, if people do what they call party pack, which is buy three, get one free. I
But
allow them
it can't
to,
be with their products.
can't be with Color Street's products, and I can't sell any other product at my booth but Color Street. I was also told to have a basket of goodies. Um, if any of those goodies is anything that Color Street sells, I can't give it away. But I have had people say, this is a gift to you from me. Not for buying. I didn't say that, but a gift from me to you. And I have a special little gift there's candies in there, there's dish towels in there, there was top coat, there was
Okay, let
things
me
to
ask you
cure.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. It Why don't you do a drawing for talk to some salons? Women, your products are about women getting pampering. Talk to a salon that maybe is looking for more business. See if they will do a $25 gift certificate.
Okay, that's a good idea. I also cannot put my product in something that will be selling. For instance, there's a lot of resale shops. There's a lot of, what am I trying to say? There's a lot of, there's like stores that are craftsy and they put their product in there. Each one has a booth. I can't do that. I cannot put up anything in a salon, for more than 3 weeks. Now, if I was doing like Scarborough Fair that lasts a month, yes, I would be able to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, you're wanting
Yeah.
to get people to give you their name and their address for something. So if you can't do your products, do something else and find a salon that would love to. I mean, that's advertising for them. And, you know, get 2 or 3 of them. I mean, when you're out and about, stop at a different salon. Hey, are you looking for new business? I am doing a vendor event and I would love to give away a gift certificate. Would you be interested in having your salon promoted for a gift certificate as a gift to the people? Massage parlors, massage people, you know, different, different, I mean, there are,
That shows where you come from. That's
um,
okay.
there's a lot of different types of services and things that that they're always looking for different unique ways to um get their name out there as well. What you're
Okay.
trying to do is get people's name and addresses and emails so that you can start touching base with them. Are you emailing with all these ones that you do have emails on? Are you emailing them once you get them?
I
Or
was.
you was?
I'm like, oh, Karen, you put me on the spot here across the internet. I was.
Well, yeah,
Like
I
I'm
don't mean to do that. I'm just saying for anybody listening, if you're going to gather it, you have to have and make a plan. This has got to be part of your daily mode of operation. Doing an email once a week, doing an email once a month. You need to keep in touch with these people because how many of us have gone and wanted something thinking, oh, where was that? Who was that? How do I get in touch with them? McDonald's sells millions of hamburgers. Do you think they really need to advertise?
No, ma'am.
But they advertise because they want to keep their name in front of you. It's, you know, even though they'll do new things and stuff, it's just a matter of that's what advertising does is keeping you thinking about them, that you don't forget that they're there. And it's part of, you know, there's email services that you can do up to 2,000, you know, email customers for free. But I did emails and I would use a template and it would be fill in the blank whatever time I was doing it. Product information, whatever. And that's, you know, where I would have I did for all, you know, you find out with your own company what you can do. I didn't have the restrictions you did. I would have a drawing every month for anybody who put online orders in. If you ordered online, your name got put in a drawing, then I would go and I would deliver a bag of whatever I was giving away, and I would take a picture with that person. And then I would put it in the email saying, say hi to our winner for online orders. I was doing that before we did social media because that's how I built and got people invested in being a part of my service. That's what made me different than all the other Avon ladies out there. And
That has been done with Color Street, but you have to have the people in your group that are willing to want to and are as excited as you are about what you're selling, or you're not going to have any interaction.
well, that's true. But you know,
Which brings back to your daily calendar.
Okay. In social media, the going rule for posting is 80-20. Your profile is about you. When you doing, and okay, and the thing about social media, and I'm going to take Facebook because Facebook is the biggest one still. Even though there's lots of other formats out there, they all have their pros and cons, but Facebook allows you to do video, it allows you to do a post, it allows you so much more versatility than some of the other ones. But you can cross post between a lot of them. The thing about Facebook and posting is when you are building your profile, it's like a resume. You want on your profile when you have to be inviting new people. New people see your content in their news feed first. New friends see your stuff. Your old friends, then you're at the mercy of the algorithm of what goes out to who and who they think is wanting to see your stuff. But the thing about posting is about people love family. So they want to see things about family and stuff. You want to post, the different kinds of posts are, there's content in that you make announcements of what is working in your business. In other words, like I will post about my fiber drink. I'm not telling anybody what my drink is or whatever, but hey guys, fiber is very important, and this has saved me from having my doctor tell me that my cholesterol's too high or this or that. Or, if it was Color Street, you could say, I went out to dinner and this lady was sitting across from me and she came across and leaned across the table to tell me how pretty my nails were. Girls, having an easy way to have your nails done is, whatever word you want to use. Do you see what I'm saying? You want a post that is about what you're doing or something that happened, but that also, or take a picture of you. People want to post what they eat. Personally, if I was you, I'd be having my hand right there with my newest set of nails.
And the all you can eat beef ribs we had this Saturday. I got it.
Okay, you have a picture of you sitting there saying, hubby took me out to dinner for all you can eat ribs. Look at my plate. And you have your hand right there with your pretty nails. I was all dressed up and looking pretty. You have to find creative ways, but posting is about getting people to engage. It has to give them something. So if I was posting that, I might at the bottom, because if you ask people to interact, this is what I had for dinner. What did you have for dinner? And were you dressed up for it? Asking a question. Whether you just ask this or that question, sometimes just having a Facebook background, and asking a question. Hey, it's Thursday. The weekend's the weekend's right around the corner. What's something exciting that you're doing this weekend? Or like with the Super Bowl, are you for the 49ers or were you for Kansas City? Hey, Easter's coming. Do you do church service or does your family do Easter hunts? Now, if you build your profile with people that are local, you could always do local events. Hey, anybody going to the Easter hunt? Anybody got a good Easter egg hunt around that they're going to? That I can take my kids to, grandkids to? But when you go, I can show, let me share Facebook with you and we can go over a few. let's see, let me share my screen. All right, where's Facebook? I think this is Facebook. Okay. All right, let me get rid of some of my other stuff here. Because you know how things just pop up, like get rid of that. Okay. So if we go to some major, have influencers in your, or know who influencers are. Like, I love Jordan. She is an affiliate marketer, and she's been, your friends list. If you're not getting a lot of engagement, who's on your friends list? Is your ideal customer on your friends list? But Jordan, everything she does normally has a picture of her in it. Stop saying why isn't me and start saying that's where I'm going to be. But she does some long posts about explaining different things, and then she has a picture of her. Here's another. She does a lot of reels. She does a word of the day. And then she'll tell you what the definition is. Now, I find that her posts are long all the time, and I'm not one to read all of this, but do you see that what kind of engagement she's getting? This is 71. She's building her customer base with the kind of people that want to interact with her information, but she makes it interesting to them. Now we have Sherelle. She is another, whoops, maybe is it R-E? There it is, Sherelle. Different people have different styles. You have to do your own style and then stick with it. Stick with it for a while, but you have to be inviting people to get to know you. Finding new customers is all about getting to know people. So you have to be inviting people, and you have to be inviting them from groups, from local businesses that are in your town if you want to do it all local. So there's lots of different avenues for finding new people. If you want us to go over that, we can. All right, Miss Sherelle does a lot of she does challenges, she does trainings. But you'll see, this is what I was talking about, a Facebook background. She just wrote, praise the Lord. Okay, back to what I was doing a second ago. She's gotten 30 people. Doesn't have to be fancy, but this is a statement about who she is. It tells you that she's a Christian. It didn't have to be fancy, and it doesn't have to be, oh my God, I'm into this, or a quote from the Bible. Okay, maybe something happened and you go, yes, praise the Lord. Okay, but you need, before you post on your Facebook, you have to be priming. So Facebook needs you to be social. You need to be social at least a half an hour to 45 minutes before you post, because that's what opens up the algorithm saying, okay, she's being social. Now, when you post, it's going to send it out to a few more people. If you don't post then ahead of time, then it limits more the amount of people. Now look at this. This was Black Women Leadership. So she did a whole post on leadership, on success in corporate was not handed. She did a post about who she was and what was expected. Okay. This is about her son. Look at this, 137. She said this was a surprise email that somebody took and said that was her son speaking in the school. So you see, it's when you have family, you get a lot of engagement. But the thing is, when the algorithm gets trained during the 80%, which is about your family and fun things, when you go to do a business one, cold DM pitching is over. Want to know what's working now? This is a pitch for her business. Get more eyes on you and your offers, say me. It's not going to get a lot of engagement, but it went out to more people because you've trained the algorithm. Okay. This is a different kind. It's called a curiosity post, or what they call a two-step post. Get people to raise their hand. it doesn't get a lot of engagement, but the person who lists, whoever says something, that's a person she can contact and say, hey, let's, and get into starting to do the sales process or working with them to see what they really need and how can she serve them.
This
Okay,
is her personal page.
this is her personal page because it is more personal than business. Facebook does not want you selling on your page. You can mention things as long as you're not, she doesn't sell for well, she does sell for a company, but her main thing is coaching. She has a challenge. So let's see let's do Sarah Lynn. Sarah Lynn. Okay. Okay. Having a nice cover banner that speaks something that means something to you. Okay. Using your intro to tell people something about you. Okay. Just got off a meeting and it's safe to say that we've cracked the code at turning our Facebook profiles into lead funnels because my team is freaking crushing it. Okay. She's just talking about what her team's doing. This is showing proof that what she does works. Want the free guide that shares all about it? This is a free guide. Offer something. Because the people who make a list, now Maria, for Color Streak, since they don't allow you to do drawings and stuff, you could make what nail care. The best things to do for your nail in order for them to look their prettiest, before or with nail polish. You could do and ask people, if I did, I'm thinking about doing a nail guide on what the best things to do for your nails. Who would be interested? For one, you'd find out if it was worth doing. It's called a 2-step post, because if you're thinking about it, you haven't done it yet. And if not enough people answer you, then you don't do it. Think of something else. What else could you offer that, and find out if they'd be interested in having it. Okay, she does reels. But look at this. All of these major players do something about their pets. She's not married. She doesn't have kids, but she does love her dogs. She does train dogs. Okay. So in case anyone's wondering, I just took down my Christmas tree. Do something funny. Okay, look at that. Some people will find it funny, some people won't. Okay, this is what you call a post that is also showing that things work. Just when I was feeling down in the dumps, I see this, let me fill you in. Last night I did a training and somebody sent her a copy of a message that she had made and then forgot to change something. So she's making a funny on it. Thank you, Katrina, for the giggle. I totally needed it today. But in this post, she talks about being human and that she forgot to take the word fupa out of the slides. Be funny about yourself. But this is about, you don't talk or put in your profile your product or your company, but you do talk about enjoying it. And in my content calendar, if I share that, let me see if I can find. Well, wait a minute. That's in my Google. Oh. All right, let's do Google. The content calendar. Let's see if
I lost you, Karen.
You what?
I lost you. You were just like gone.
Okay, wait a minute. Social calendar. Okay, here's the one for February. Okay.
No, I can't see anything on my screen.
You can't see the screen?
No, this is blank.
Okay, well, let me reshare. Let's try it again. Thank you for telling me. Can you see it now?
No, I can't see. I had to unmute you and I can't see anything from on my phone. It's totally black. and I don't know what happened.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
I know. Crucial part.
I can't help you with your phone. But this will be, put in the group so you can rewatch it.
Yeah.
Okay. In the content calendar, it gives you a rotation of types of character content. This is share a story about something that most people don't know about you. This was for February 1st. Friday, February 2nd was Groundhog Day. Share your prediction for a late winter or an early spring. Saturday, February 3rd was an engagement post. Choose from one of the posts from the engagement tab. Now, what we do is we give you is a post key, a planning, a credibility, and an engagement post. This is ruin a first date in 3 words. These are just different kinds of ways you can ask a question. Finish this sentence. Life would be boring without. So it gives you credibility or POW. These are proof of what works. POW stands for proof of work posts. They are the most business getting posts you can make. Providing enough proof that working with you works equals the easiest recruiting and sales process ever. So here are some examples to get you started. Sharing testimonials from your customers that your product works for them. Celebrate their results. Celebrate anyone in the organization that just made their first paycheck. They don't have to be one that you recruited. If you have company Facebook groups, if you have company, pages, and they put any kind of celebration information on it, you can copy it and use it. Celebrate that you invested in yourself by buying a course to teach yourself how to be a better leader. We give you examples and help you understand that. This is a planning in a different format, but here is a whole definition of what they mean. So conversion content is posts that tell your prospects what to do next. Hey ladies, it's Mother's Day in 3 weeks. Make sure that you get the best selection in colors by going to my site, contact me today before your favorites might be gone. Something like that. Tell them what to do next. Comment below, PM me, call me, go to my website, condition your prospects to do something frequently. So, you keep a
So
lot.
when someone asks, what does something cost? You direct them right to your personal purchasing website rather than to tell them. Is that correct?
Well, it just depends on who they are, and if there's somebody clear across the country that's not going to come by your house and pick up what you have in stock, yeah. But it's not
No,
to,
this person is local.
it's what when you have stock and the thing is when you fill up your profile with local people and across the country, then you can do it both ways. You can email people, and that's why your emailing is, I have a whole bunch of stock come in for, you're dressing up for Valentine's Day. If you had done that in January, go look at my site, go look at something and see if, pick out one and and let me know, and I'll tell you if I have it that you can come by and pick it up. Buy 3, get 1 free. It's a matter of sitting down and figuring out who you want to reach and how you want to get them to what you want them to do. People across the country can't come pick stuff up. They can't come see you at a vendor event. When you're doing a vendor event, the thing is for your local people or emailing your local people, hey, I'm going to be at such and such a show. I got lots on hand, just like what you picked up. You don't have to remember what they picked up. But I got new colors. I got new stuff that's trending for the you know, for the holidays or for this or that or whatever you're doing. You, of course, always want to add timely and relevant content around popular holidays. People's are already thinking about it, so aim to start conversations. All of this is about getting people to react and engage in your post. So character content is who you are, what you do, what you stand for, your values and beliefs, and what you stand against, i.e., what values do you hold close to your heart, and how kindness, honesty, fairness, loyalty, truth, being on time. You just want, you know, you can either talk about stories of something that happened, but you don't want to rant, you don't want to be negative, but you want people to get to know you better. But I provide this this content calendar every month. If you're interested, you know, I'll put the link in the description, or you can put it, send me a DM, and I'll be glad to send you the information for how to get it. We have leap year coming up on the 29th. You know,
Yeah.
this could be the day is put your, you know, put your order in by the 29th, and everybody that puts it in on the 29th, I have a special for you. A special gift. I'm going to be having a special drawing for those people. You're going to be do something special. Have you ever, can you do, oh, when I was the Avon lady, we used to have like jewelry clubs. We had skincare clubs. You buy 10, you get one free. I would do cards and mark them out every time they made a purchase, a skincare purchase. Can you do one of those? It's like a buying club.
I guess I will look into the procedures and policies and do that. Good idea. I usually advertise at the beginning of the month. Put your nail fees on, or a selfie using the products, and you'll be put into a drawing. But the participation in the group is
The
a
group
handful
is
of
a
people.
different animal. There's lots of different things for the group. This is mostly for your profile and stuff. You know, you could do, whether it's, you know, you could do even on your profile, you know, show off your nails today. You know, you know, Sunday, what's your nail look going to be for next week? Here's my nail look for next week. What's yours going to be? Put a picture in the comments. Whether it's your product or not, you know, it takes time. Group participation is different than and do you use the @everyone? It's gotten so common, a lot of people don't look at notifications anymore. But if you do the @everyone on as a comment and then write something in, it sends that to everyone in your group list.
Yeah, and it gets old with them.
Yeah,
They
I
like
and I understand that. I mean, but I everybody uses it, and you either say something that'll key something in or you don't. But anyway, it's the content calendar helps you rotate stuff. And you know, you don't have to always use it every day on the same day. If you want to switch it up and do something different on the 27th, see, now me personally, even though leap year is the 29th, I would probably talk about leap year. Leap year's in a couple days. What kind of, you know, what kind of way are you going to, you know, are you doing something special for the day? You get an extra day this month. What are you going to do? Because the way the algorithm seems to be these days is that I see everybody's stuff from 4 or 5 days ago. I don't always see
yeah.
the most current post right away. So, and use stories. That's where you can really talk about your business or do more of your promotions, because stories go away. They're not there permanently.
Story go away. Oh, they're only there for a month.
Stories are only there for 24 hours.
Videos are a month.
Reels
If
are
you do if you do it live, they're only there for a month.
Right. Reels are there for they stay in your feed, but stories go away every 24 hours. So that's where you can rotate and put some of your nail stuff. That's where you can put, hey, there's a special going on for leap year. Put in your order, and everybody who puts in all, all the orders on leap year day get double, or get an extra set, or get a gift certificate. Every company's different with what they allow or don't allow. I didn't have so much. I had a lot of. We just had a lot more flexibility, being in Avon than I guess some of these other companies did or do. But it's a matter of building people to come back to you. Um, I don't, with not working and building my Avon business as currently as I used to do it, with taking care of my mom now through her older years, I pretty much got out of the sales thing and now am working on mentoring and promoting health. I'm more in health and wellness because I've seen too many sick people going into their senior years, and at 65 and not having any health issues, I know that I have a lot of things that I can help people get back on track with their health.
Do you believe that a lot of the problems in the world with people that are not healthy in their senior years has to do with one, hereditary, or their environment? They're exposed to different things.
Science has proven that most disease is caused by stress and mental, how you think about things. Hereditary, there are some genetic factors, but the way you think about stuff, if you think oh, cancer runs in my family, I'm going to have cancer. Guess what?
No.
You're
Yeah,
going to have cancer. Just because it runs in your family, there are scientific studies that have been shown that you can turn on and off genes and hormones in your body by the way you think. Genetics and hereditary, if you look about how cultures are, you're in a different part of the country and you raised your children and you ate the same foods as your mother and their mothers and their mothers. So the same problems that they developed, you will develop unless you change the types of food or you move to an area that has a different variety or availability than what you were brought up in. Family history normally has to do because it's history and you follow the history unless you change something to make that history different. I'm the healthiest one out of my whole family simply because when my daughter was born with spina bifida, I started having to learn a whole lot about the body and how things work, and with having to learn how to sell and make money, I started learning programs and self-development, and I've had to evolve different than anyone in my family. So now I am not having any of the issues and problems the rest of my family or my family's families have. Does that make sense?
Yes. So you changed the course.
I changed my course because life changed for me, and I
Exactly.
started learning and reading and understanding. I'm doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's book right now, You Are a Placebo. And this is where he talks about turning the hormones and the genes on and off because of the way we think. I didn't come up with that. I'm reading Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, You Are a Placebo, and he talks about the studies that have been shown that how you're thinking and how you can reprogram your body and your genes. I find it fascinating. But that's just me.
I want to do a jaw drop here.
But
I
this is
want to do a jaw or mic drop.
mic drop, yeah. But this is the kinds of things that I love because it's not what's taught in schools. It's not what's taught in mainstream. And if you want to have different problems than mainstream, then you have to differentiate yourself from mainstream. You got to do things that are different than everybody else. If you want to be a unique and a great salesperson, you've got to do things differently than everybody else in the business that you're in. You have to find something unique within yourself or the way you conduct your business that stands out to people. Some people do it in their clothing. Look at what was his name? Sir Elton John. Liberace.
Glasses.
Glasses, outrageous, you know, he was a performer, but he took, you know, those are the people that they found a way to make themselves different and stand out. And in your business, in how you do your posting, you find ways that are working, but you do it in a way that makes it unique to you.
Okay.
And as much as I love your pictures of your cows and your sunsets, but you know, the thing is what would it mean if you took a picture of one of your cows and used Canva? Well, this is now you'd have to have I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what you can do on Canva with your Windows 7. But what if you painted
said that.
their hooves and said, I had a nail day with my cows?
Oh, that's perfect. I wore a set of ears during stock show last year.
But I'm just saying, you can take with Canva, you can take a picture and add things to it. You can color different parts of it. You can do so much stuff. Now on your phone, because Canva is on your phone, I have a harder time being creative on my phone because it's just smaller and I can't see it as well. I can't, my fingers just, it's bigger and I just am not as comfortable as when I am on the computer. But these are the things, you know, when you are in a different company with jewelry, I'd be putting jewelry on my cattle. I'd be saying, oh, you know, you have your favorite bull. I know you talk about your bull. What was his name?
Well, his name is the new one we have is Romeo.
Romeo, right. Romeo. Romeo could be having some serious jewelry. He could be having a serious strut moment. I'm just saying, you can do a whole lot with Canva and decorating, you know. Okay, you could say, you could dress you can have your cattle up and say, Romeo, my cows are getting ready for Romeo.
I did that back in October, but I didn't say it right like that.
You can tie your business into your ranching because people love animal pictures. People love the sunsets too, but that doesn't sell you anything. Animals, your dogs, your cats, people love those.
I was just thinking for Valentine's Day, but it's even past. But Romeo had a romantic day with his girls.
You know, and you could put your cows and have them have all their hoofs painted up and say, I did their nails.
If I could cut them down to do that, I would. I'd get some spray paint on all. They'd be all different.
On Canva, you don't have to physically do it. You can just do it on Canva, coloring their hooves. You could take a picture of just their feet.
Okay, got it.
Mother's Day, when they're you know, different, you can make a whole collection of pictures with their hooves, their ears, whatever, and have a file folder that you've made with these kind of pictures that every once in a while you can throw in with your in your posting, because you can reuse them. The same people aren't going to see them 3 months from now that saw it 3 months ago. It'll be different people. And if it is the same people, they ain't going to remember it, and they're going to laugh their little tahooties off, because they're going to think it, they're just not going to remember. There's too much stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, I hope that's been helpful.
Very.
And
I hope it's for someone else out there as well.
And if anybody wants the content calendar with the ideas, it just helps you rotate or get it just the once and use it every month. It's nice to have some of the engagement ones, because they are month specific with some things that are currently going to happen that month. So,
Oh my, and I can print them now.
huh?
I can print them now.
Well, you can print the front page, but you're not going to want to print all of the different sheets to it. But see, were you able to open it up on your computer?
No, I didn't try, but if I get that whole calendar printed, that's what I got to hear for the month, then that's like half the battle.
It is. And it's
I-
just a
I'm-
reminder. It just helps, because when you're building your profile, you need to post pretty much every day, at least 3 to 4 times a week, on a regular basis. Right now, with what my schedule is with helping mom and doing, I'm down to 2 days a week, because I'm concentrating my efforts in a few other different places, and not so much my profile. I have 3 years worth of content. If anybody goes through my profile looking at anything, they have 3 years of content. But it's building your profile so that as people go through it, they get a good basis of who you are, who's important to you, and that you are somebody who is the person in the know for nails, or the person in the know for this, or the person who is providing the style for the jewelry. It's giving people an idea that you are a person, a professional that loves guiding people into being their best selves, because everybody wants to know what's in it for them. It's not about what you provide. It's about what they will get from it. If that makes any sense. It's what's in it for
Yep.
them. Everybody's going to say, well, what's in it for me? If I fill that out, what's in it for me? So that's the biggest thing, is give them something that they can say, oh, that'll be cool for me. Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right. Well, we really went over the hour, so I'm going to run. If anybody has any questions or anything, of course, send us a DM. Let me know. Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, my name is Karen Thomas. But guess what? That is not important. What's important is your success online. I can help you start a successful, thriving business online, no matter how many times you have failed. If you have a desire to win, you can. All you need is Wi-Fi, a laptop or desktop, and be able to follow simple directions. Reach out to me and I can show you exactly how.